Hi, my name is Yarrow Willard from Harmonic Arts, and I'm a clinical herbalist on Vancouver Island. But today I'm on my family vacation, and we've been making up all kinds of different drinks, and so I thought I'd share one of them with you. This is going to be an elixir that we're making. It's a little whip up of a bunch of different local things, as well as some of the superfood tonic herbs that I brought with me. So yeah, we're going to whip it up in this here NutriBullet. It's a sort of new thing to me. I'm used to using a Vitamix, but this thing works great, and I'm really excited to have a new tool that I can actually travel with for making these things. So yeah, this one's going to be a bit of a berry, coconut, lime, avocado whip. So pretty yummy and quite tasty. It's a popular one in our family, so I hope you like it too. We're going to start off by mixing up our dry ingredients. I like to do that first. It's kind of like making pancakes. You mix all the dry stuff together, you get a nice even mix, and then add in the different fat content and the other parts. So first thing I got is some berries. Now I want to add in whatever kind of super berries I can find. And what is a super berry? It's basically a really nutrient dense concentrated berry. They have different flavonoids in them, as well as other vitamins and minerals, and are just a powerful antioxidant, good for the eyes, the skin, any dense capillary bed network in the body. Really likes flavonoid groups and berries. So in this case, we've made a berry blend because it's a lot easier to work with, and again, it's just adding one instead of 5 different ingredients. So this is a blueberry, acerola cherry, acai, and maqui berry. Maqui berries from the Amazon, same with the acerola cherries from the south. Actually, most of these are. Most of the more concentrated super berries actually do come from rainforests and forests. Even the blueberries are typically in a forest up higher altitude on Vancouver Island. We pick them all summer long, or in August. Anyway, I'm going to add in about a teaspoon of those, like so, into my little mixer here. Now, I am a really big fan of this berry, this bright red berry called Schizandra. Schizandra is an amazing fruit. It's considered to be the quintessence in Chinese medicine of the 5 flavors. They call it 5 flavor berry, which means it has sweet, sour, bitter, spicy, and pungent, all in the same fruit. Now that's pretty profound. Now, in the shop, I sometimes give people a Schizandra berry just to see their reaction, and they're often like, whoa! But then they're like, yum, that was really good. So anyway, I'm a big fan of this. It's been through the folklore. They say, you know, you do a 100-day Schizandra berry challenge, which means you eat these berries for 100 days, and your skin will be as beautiful as a porcelain doll, and all your organs will be renewed. So that's, you know, pretty profound. Really, that's kind of how it works, though, is the Schizandra actually like renews and rebuilds the body and tones it and astringifies it to make it tighter and toner and healthier. So I like to add this in. Part of our challenge is going to be to add in Schizandras as much as we can. So in this case, we're going to do another, at least half a teaspoon of Schizandras on their own. So that's our berries. We got the 2, the berry mix and the Schizandra. Now, we're also going to add in some greens. This is going to be a bit of a green drink, and I tend to like, because this is a morning drink, I want to get some protein in it. So I have a green power blend we make here, but you know, if you've got spirulina or chlorella, either one of those are great. We also add this is a blend that's spirulina, chlorella, wheatgrass, alfalfa, and moringa. I don't know if most of you probably haven't heard of moringa, but I've heard of the other ones, and moringa has become a new favorite green of mine in the sense that it's full of minerals, full of protein, high vitamin content, and it tastes really good. So I've been using moringa in a lot of different things. And you know, it's something again from India that's been used for multiple different disease types just to help restore and nourish the body. They're starting to plant it all over Africa and in India as a way to help with malnourishment. Now, not that I have malnourishment, or most of us do, but we don't eat a lot of the best food sometimes in our culture. And so getting greens in like this can really have a profound effect to just vitalizing and nourishing the body properly. So we're gonna add in another, I'd say, teaspoon. Again, I'm a bit of an intuitive chef, so I just add in a dash of this and a dash of that, but usually it comes out good. And if not, I add a little more of something else to make sure that it does. So yeah, so we don't want to add tons of this in, but it does give a nice green sort of vitality enhancement to the whole drink. So got that. We're gonna add in, no, I'm not gonna add in some cinnamon. I was thinking about adding a little cinnamon in, but we're going for a sweet, salty kind of feel here. So we're gonna add in a bit of vanilla. Vanilla is an orchid, and you all probably know vanilla. It's amazing. It has just a really great flavor. So we'll add in half a teaspoon of vanilla. We don't need tons of that either. All right, so here we go. We've got our dry mix. Another blend that we have here that I think I'll add a little bit in, I've been adding this into many of my drinks because I just love it, is the Super Power Blend. And it's a mix of cacao, mesquite, lucuma, maca, and vanilla. Now these are all ingredients I just use regularly, so we made a blend to put them all together. I'll just add a bit of this in, but it's gonna give it that sort of a nice caramelly kind of rich flavor that I like to add in. Plus, it's packed full of nutrients. So we don't have tons of that in this drink. All right, so that's our dry mix. Now we want to talk a little bit about how are we going to sweeten this. I'm going to use some local raw honey I got at the farmer's market. Now you can use whatever you want, but I like, some people use stevia, people use even just the coconut water, even they just don't want to add sweetener at all. But I tend to like a little bit of raw honey, so I got a teaspoon here, and I'm going to add basically about that into the drink. It's not a lot, but by adding that little extra sweetener, it's just going to make it flavorful so that people like it and really enjoy it. And it's not going to raise the glycemic index too much, but also give us a little bit of that energy food. Because we've got some protein in this, and we're going to add a bit of fat content, it's going to absorb slowly. And the slower these things absorb, the more the nutrients are bioavailable to us. So we want them to slowly absorb and give us that bath of nutrients for the whole day. So with that, I'm adding a little bit of oil to the whole mix. I've got a coconut oil here. It's one of my favorites. It really works well for this kind of thing. And so, again, we're not adding tons, but it's helping lock in the nutrients by having a little bit of fat in the whole drink. So just, again, a teaspoon is all I'm adding into that. This is awesome coconut oil I found here in Mexico that's organic and great. So I'm excited about it. It's amazing to see these organic foods popping up everywhere. Everywhere you go now, it's become a movement. So we need our liquid content. Now one of the things that I tend to like to make is, I like to make my own nut milks. They're really simple and something you should try at home, which is basically soaking your nuts overnight or for 4 hours, throwing out the first batch of water to get rid of the enzyme inhibitors on the skin, and then adding more water. Typically we do like a half a cup to a cup and a half of water, blend it up, and filter it out, and we've got nut milk. This helps alleviate the Tetra Pak issue and is just better for the environment and tastes a whole lot better. It only lasts like maybe a day to 3 days in your fridge, but if you make it daily, it only lasts as long as you can drink it for it. So we're gonna add some of that, some coconut or some almond nut milk, just a little bit, because the main bulk of what we're going for here is coconut water. Now, if you don't have access to fresh coconut and or don't want to get coconut water, you can go with the best water you can get, which is what I have here, the best water I can get. And you can add that in instead. But in this case, we have a fresh coconut, so we're gonna add that in. And it's one of my favorite drinks, and I know our kids would just eat this and drink this as much as they could. So basically, take it like so. Part of me is tempted to just drink this whole coconut straight up the way it is. But I know that it's going to be just as good and vitality enhancing in this drink. Coconuts are full of electrolytes, so what we've got here is something that's going to revitalize and give us more minerals as well as just hydrate us properly. So that's awesome. Now I want to thicken this up. There's a lot of ways you can do that. One of my favorites is an avocado, so I'm going to use that. But you know, mango works really good. Some people use banana. Again, it's what you got. If you have access to avocados and they're nice ones, then go with that. It's one of my favorite things. It's got a lot more of that fat content to it. So this is gonna help thicken it up. You can also use chia seeds to do this. Chia is a great way to thicken things up. But we happen to have avocado here and it's in season and really tasty. Okay, so I'm gonna use most of this avocado. Not gonna use the whole thing because it's only a 1 drink deal here. I'll save some and make a little more after. But yeah, I've used 3/4 of an avocado in that. What am I missing? I'm missing a lime. I wanna give this a little bit of that infused flavor, and limes they just do that for it. So give it that sweet, sort of sour kind of flavor. So I'm gonna cut up a lime, put a little bit of lime juice in here. Sometimes I've done a little fresh lemon at home, but here in the tropics we got limes like crazy. So limes are what they have. So it's really my favorite to use down here. I use these in all kinds of drinks. Really enjoy them. So 1 fresh lime. Again, this is going to hydrate us and cool us down in this hot climate. We're looking to keep cool all day and to be vitalized and mineralized. So there you have it. We have that. Now I've added just a little bit of sweetener. Again, this is something to your choice. If you feel like you want to add a little more, you just go ahead and do that. But in this case, I'm going to try it as is. If I think it needs more, we'll add more. This is what I like about this machine too. It's so simple and easy. Easy to clean. Put the lid on and bam. It doesn't need long. And there we have it. Let's give this a sample. You see, that avocado has really thickened it up. Without that, we're looking at kind of a more clear liquid. So let's try this out. Oh yeah. Now that's like a meal. That's gonna keep me going probably for another few hours. So try this at home. Try a bunch of different versions of this, anything you would like to do. And so yeah, thanks for joining me. I'm Yarrow from Harmonic Arts, and have a great day.